I could feel like a steak that's been put on my shoulders compared to when I first started this. It just was like a bunch of bloopity bloops. It was just blah, blah, blah. It was just blah, 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 blah. All right, what's up, y'all? Just got home. It's 8:15 in the morning. Gonna do my shoulder workout here because I didn't get my nap yesterday like I normally would, so I've been up since 4 in the morning yesterday, so 28 hours, and I just want to get this workout out of the way and start winding down so I can get some good sleep, because obviously with my calf, that sleep's even more important, and especially as well as it's healing and recovering. I actually got 8 to 10 hours the last couple nights, so I want to continue that trend. And I mean, it's shoulder day. We did rear delts yesterday, so Arnold presses, 8 sets of Arnold presses and 8 sets of lateral raises. What else do you need on shoulder day? I mean, we could complicate it and do like some overhead press, seated overhead press, and then ISO shoulder press thingies, or whatever. No, all you need is some kind of shoulder press and lateral raises. Shoulders are cooked. And I mean, look at my shoulders. That's basically all I've done. Though that and overhead press. Literally, that overhead press and fucking lateral raises. And my shoulders are putting on more meat than I think any other muscle part of my body. So, proof's in the pudding. And then also, so just one quick moment of silence for the Rain Ace ASMR. I love that sound. Calf is coming along well. It feels good. Really, really happy with how it's healing. What I've noticed is the injury is from, it's not when I'm like pushing off so much. It's like the bending part. So like when you lift your leg up and you make your elbow, so you got a straight arm and then doing it like that. When my leg goes like this, that's when I feel it. So, which makes sense. So I pulled it because not pushing off, it was the coming down and my heel extending, and that's something I hadn't been training. And so I've been obviously watching some knees over toes guys stuff and just trying to figure out what happened and replaying everything in my mind and watching the video, and I know exactly what happened. I wasn't training that negative flexion, so I was only doing heel raises just on the floor barefoot. I wasn't standing on a stair and doing deficit raises, so I wasn't training those ligaments and tendons for that flexion or whatever extension. And then so I think what happened is just my Achilles thankfully my Achilles is the stronger one, so it just pulled that calf from the top where it connects a little bit. It's obviously not a full-blown tear. There's still no bruising, so it's minor. Or it's one of those little small strip muscles under it. I don't know which one, but it's feeling a lot better. So we're going to start doing some calf raises and stuff. I think I'm going to do some today. Maybe literally just like 5, maybe 10, seeing how they feel. And then that's it, and let it rest. And then we'll just slowly escalate and, progressive overload it. And I imagine we'll be back to deadlifting and rowing light at least in a couple weeks, and hopefully by next leg day we should be able to do some extension. But trying to do leg extensions is a bad idea because, again, that's the part that hurts. So if I'm bending my leg and then pushing it that way, that doesn't seem like a good idea. So I'll just unfortunately take a week off of legs and figure something out. Real quick, my leg is healing so fast. I think we're going to be good on Sunday to do some extensions and light leg workout. But we'll see. But I think I'm going to be able to do some legs even this Sunday because it's Friday. And I think the way it's healing, it should be fine. We'll just have to do like lighter, higher rep stuff. Oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm going to make a detailed video about this at some point. I think after my next InBody, I'm going to do a 30-day where I really track this. But I had a very big aha moment. Do you know where you have the adage of you can only absorb 20 to 40 grams of protein at a time? And that's like been the working theory and the scientific study. Well, I can tell you, I didn't mean to do this. This is just an aha realization I had this last week, and I've been kind of cooking it and thinking about it.
But that's just not true, because I built 4.5 pounds of muscle and lost 15 pounds of fat in 28 days, eating once, maybe twice a day. So that means at most I'm absorbing 80 grams of protein a day. That's physically impossible. So that there's a simple, it's just not true. You can absorb more than 40 grams of protein at a time. I don't care what the studies say, because my results prove that with an inveritable fact. There's no fucking way I built 4.5 pounds of muscle in 28 days with 80 grams of absorbed protein. So there you go. You can feel confident that you don't have to eat 5 meals a day if you don't want to build muscle. You're more than fine just eating 1 or twice, because my results showed that. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just documenting what happened, and I'm not sure exactly what the case. My personal theory is I think there's a difference between a glucose-dependent person and a metabolically flexible person that is very efficient with burning fat and carbs for fuel, and your body can flip between them whenever they want, because you've put yourself in deep ketosis for an extended period of time. So your mitochondria have woken up those genes that are used to process fat at a much higher and more efficient rate. So that's the adage with keto is, yeah, ketones, but they're less efficient and all that. Well, that's because people aren't used to it. When you've been eating nothing but carbs for fucking 30 years, yeah, of course you're going to be inefficient at using fat. You know, you've been fat and using carbs forever. So, yeah, you know, it's like, you know, if you try and take fucking vegetable oil and pour it in a regular diesel, it's not going to work. You got to make a few modifications to the engine, then it'll accept that vegetable oil and run on AKA biofuel, right? So that's just my theory. Like, you take someone like Thomas DeLauer, or someone who's been in deep ketosis for a very long time, working out, and then flip into carbs sometimes, and, you know, I guarantee you their results are going to be far different than someone who's been eating carbs for 20 years and then just automatically goes into keto and then you test them in 2 weeks. You know, those are going to be two completely different things. And so maybe when you're carb dependent, you can only absorb 40 grams of protein at the most at a time. But I guarantee you when you're in a deep ketosis, that's just not true. And I remember I heard Dr. Berg talk about that at one point a long time ago in one of his videos. That's something that stuck out to me. And then you look at carnivores all over the place, from lions to wolves to, you know, I mean, all these animals, they eat, they'll go days without eating, sometimes weeks. And then they don't sit there and waste away and shrivel up, you know. And so they absorb all that protein from that one kill over the course of days or hours or however. So there's a lot more to that. And I think that this is just, you know, sometimes we have a, I don't know, I'm just documenting my personal experiences and observations based upon that. I'm not making any claims beyond that. But, you know, at the same time, you know, I don't care what study tells me the sky is red. No, motherfucker, the sky is blue. So at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's not always. Sometimes you got to just broaden your mind and just be like, no, I understand, you know, that's saying this, but you know what? I'm looking right here and I'm seeing this. So, you know what I'm saying? That's wrong because I'm seeing this. You know, I'm looking, the sky is blue, bro. It's not red. You know, that blood over there, that's red. The sky is not red. You know, until you have the freak eclipse thing that turns the sky red, right? However that happens. But, anyways, so a random tidbit I wanted to point out, you know, that's going back to mad science, and I'm my own Frankenstein, and I'm going to be doing my own studies on my own body and stuff and all that. And so I'm just documenting what I document in my conclusions. And so I can comfortably say that there's more to that absorbing protein than is accepted in the scientific literature, because it's physically impossible for me to have done what I've done based on that working theory. So, just saying. You know, maybe that's why they won't do any real studies on people that are in deep ketosis for a long time. and they're very few and far between, especially carnivores. They're really scared to do studies on carnivores. But anyways, not that's I'm just documenting it, and I'm not like keto or carnivore warrior or anything. I mean, everyone, different things works for different people. I do believe that. I think your DNA has genetic memory, so if you've been eating, if you grew up in a little jungle, and you basically ate mostly plants for the last fucking 10, 20,000 years, then you're probably going to be a lot better off eating more vegetable and plant protein, and less meat. Whereas someone that's, if you've been eating mostly meat for fucking 10,000 years, you're going to be better at absorbing meat. So there's genetic diversity and everything. So there's just, everyone's different. And I think there's a lot of science actually for blood types and all that. But yeah. Anyways, just thought I'd point that out. But I'll see you on a little bit for shoulders.
All right, let's get this workout out of the way. Short and sweet. We're just doing 8 supersets. Arnold presses, lateral raises. Boom. Simple. Done like that. But wait till the end. If you hear that and you're like, when you tune out, oh, I've seen this before. No, just trust me. You don't underestimate how powerful this simple shoulder workout is. Watch the pump. I'm going to show before. Right, so this is before. Okay. Boom. Alright. Now wait till after. This is such an effective, amazing shoulder workout. It's all you really need. Of course, to make it fun and interesting, I like my overhead press, but obviously with my calf, I don't want to push it trying to clean. And I'm also not going to mess with the kettlebell yet because that's a hip hinge. That's where I feel it when I bend my leg. That's when I feel it in my calf. So that's where I want to be careful. So we're going to wait a few more days to start reintegrating the kettlebell swings. So since we're not going to be warming up with that, the dumbbells are already loaded with, these are just 15s. I'm just going to use this to warm up, and then we'll do our shoulder presses. So just doing a mix of, oh yeah. Elbow is a little tender from yesterday's back workout. Hit our biceps pretty good. Alright, here we go. So on the dumbbells, we got 35 pounds. That's what we're going to be doing the Arnold presses with. And then I think we'll do 1 or 2 heavy sets of lateral raises. And then when we can't do more than a few reps of those, we'll switch to these, which are 15-pound plates with handles, and we'll finish out with those. So it's quick, 6 to 8 sets, 6 to 8 supersets. Arnold presses, lateral raises, boom, shoulders pumped and cooked. We're not going to take that one completely to failure just because it's still technically we'll just use that as a warm-up. I actually really like that. Mixing heavy lateral raises, that 4 to 8 rep range, with and then just going drop setting it to more of that 8 to 15 rep range. Those feel good. I really feel those when I'm going up, even though I'm not getting up all the way. I really am feeling those. So I like doing some heavy lateral raises. Because I feel it, even right now. Just that one set, and that wasn't even a failure on either of them. Whew. Shoulders are already pumped. I absolutely love Arnold presses. In fact, if I didn't love overhead press even more, that would be my go-to shoulder movement is Arnold presses. I love how those feel. But there's just something about overhead press. Damn, I like those. I'm gonna stick with those. I think I might finally build enough strength, my side delts, where I can, so I'm gonna do those. I really like how those feel. We'll still finish up, burn it out with the 15s, but I at least want to do a couple more sets of those. I really miss my kettlebell warm up. That's just how sweaty and warmed up I'd be after my single AMRAP. But soon, I'm just happy calf is healing as fast as it is. Just microdose protein and rest and nutrients. I took a lot more cod liver oil than I normally would, and taking green powder or multivitamin or mushrooms or something multiple times instead of just the one. Just making sure my body had all the nutrients and stuff I needed. That first few days made a massive difference, coupled with rest. In fact, let me see. I haven't tried an actual calf raise yet. Okay. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain. No, little pain. There we go. That's where I feel it. It's not really pain. Oh, tight. Okay. There we go. That's where the limit is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Just like that. Easy. That's where it hurts. Right there. When I do that, that's where the pain comes in. Right in here. So that, and then really pushing off, but this is the movement where I really feel it. I don't feel any pain at all right here. Not even a pressure. Like there's not even a pressure now walking, pacing like this. Obviously I'm not going to test it by trying to lift heavy weights or anything, or trying to do my overhead press with 100 pounds. But of course I guess this isn't that much difference. This is 70 pounds combined, but my shoulders have gotten stronger just since the last time I did these. I have way more control than I did last time. Gotta be careful. Freaking pushing off on my calf in the heat of the moment. There's definitely merit to doing lots of different movements. I think in certain situations, the shit's shoulders. If all you did is some kind of overhead press, whether it's dumbbells, barbell, straight, Arnold, side, whatever, and then some lateral raises, and then something for your rear delts, or do your rear delts with back, you don't need anything else on shoulder day. At least early on. This is literally all I've done, this or overhead press and lateral raises. That's all I've done for 5 months. My shoulders, like I said, there is meat. I can feel the meat. Like, I can feel like, there's like a steak that's been put on my shoulders compared to when I first started this. It just was like a bunch of bloopity bloops. Just blah, blah, blah. There was just blah, 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 blah. There was nothing there. I could barely do the 5-pounders. You can go all the way back and see that. Lateral raises, could barely lift 5s. This is all I've done. Some kind of overhead press and lateral raises. I got 2 big ass steaks just got fucking molded over my shoulders. Alright, for the rest of the sets, we'll use the 15. Whew. That was a nice 4 heavy sets of heavy lateral raises. Shoulders are on fire. Alright. I'm actually just going to do 2 more sets for a total of 6. Because since we pushed this back, we'll be doing chest in just 2 days. Chest and triceps. So, I think 6 sets is plenty. And we'll be hitting chest, tris, and obviously shoulders again in a couple days. So, Again, I promise, don't discount this until you've tried it. If you're ever in a pinch, and you can apply this principle to any workout, I think. Maybe just superset one back with one bicep movement. I've done that before. Works beautiful. And you can do it in about 20 minutes. Definitely less than 30 minutes. Full 6 to 8 sets. Or really even 10 sets if you drop the rest down. Which again, in my opinion, whether you increase the weight and the rest time, or decrease the weight and decrease the rest time, both are a way to increase intensity. Damn it. Whew. Oh, fucking A. Let's go. So let's see. Was this an effective shoulder workout? Sweat equity checks out. So sweat equity, check. Pump equity, ooh, look at that, look at that, ooh, look at that delt. Check. Ooh, ooh. Cannonball, baby. Ooh, ooh. Look at that back starting to take shape. Ah. Ooh, even my right side's starting to get definition, my fat side. Oh. Whew. Oh. Look at the freaking big ass cantaloupe. It's a cantaloupe, bro. Well, there you go. You tell me if that's an effective shoulder workout.